Yeah, hi there. These comments are for 4050, and I am Michael, the founder owner and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL iBT. And you're also one of my students in the English language program here at California State University, San Bernardino. Guess what? I got your paper right here. Not very good, I'll be honest with you. I gave you 66% out of 100, and there's really two main concerns with this paper, two main concerns. The first concern is the actual development. You can probably develop paragraph 2 more. Paragraph 4 is a major concern. The entire paragraph is a quote. You didn't introduce it. You didn't contextualize it. You didn't show how this fit within the whole paper that you were writing. You simply put a whole paragraph as a quote. Very bad idea for you. I wouldn't do it. There's 3 parts to using quotes, really. Think of it like a sandwich. The first part of the top slice of bread is 1 or 2 leading sentences which introduce the quote. And then you include the quote, and then you have some analysis which explains what the quote means and how it relates to what you're trying to say. So putting a whole paragraph as a quote is not a good idea, and I would not recommend that you quote more than 2 or 3 lines of any text. It's just too much. So that's a major concern there. Paragraph 6 is a whole nother paragraph as a quote. This is one of the fastest ways in academic writing get a lower score, is to use too many quotes in the essay, but that's exactly what you did here, so very bad idea for you. Now, the last paragraph, I like it. You're now moving into the argument. You say, finally, my preference would be to work as a sports medicine therapist, and then spend maybe 2 pages explaining why you like this particular job better than the other jobs. You see what I'm saying? Instead, you had 1 single paragraph on that. But you're missing the point. Remember that the final paper was an argument paper. Right? So I had you the first couple of pages of the essay describe some jobs, then the last 3 pages of the paper you're actually arguing which job you like and why, but you didn't really do that. You only spent 1 paragraph explaining why you like that particular job. So that did not really tell me that you can make and defend an argument. So your argument was very, very weak, to say the least. So, those are the 2 main things. Your writing style is not bad. You have pretty good language use, right? But you're having trouble with quoting, and also you didn't really complete the second part of the writing project. Therefore, your score here is 66% out of 100. All right, so anyway, thank you for completing this particular writing class. I know that academic writing is a difficult, challenging subject. I think that you did well for the most part. And just take from my comments lessons learned, right? What are some things that maybe when you're working on your next paper you can do that's going to help you get better? So there's 2 things you want to think about right now. Don't use too many quotes. And you can't use a quote as its own paragraph. You're going to have to contextualize it. That's one thing that you can learn now. Now, the second thing is make sure that you answer all parts of a writing task. In this case, you had 2 parts. You had to describe 3 jobs and then explain what job you like better and why, and you spent 90% of your essay on the first part of the question and only 10% of your time on the second part of the question, so that is not a good idea either. All right, so anyway, thank you very much. And I got an idea for you. I just wanted to make an observation here. I know sometimes in class when we're doing independent work, you seem not really understand what to do, or you just kind of sit there and you don't do very much, right? I remember one time when we were in class, we had a writing workshop for about 60 minutes, and I remember at the end of the class, you turned in your notes and you just said, where are they the? That's all you could say. You couldn't even write a complete sentence there. Now, what can you do to improve your thinking, so you can think a little bit faster in English and on the spot, right? So I got some solutions to this. Think about this for a minute. I recommend right now, for the next few weeks, start watching some news programs, maybe some science programs. Start watching TV programs and get in the habit of taking notes. Yes, that means you have a piece of paper here, you got a pen here, and you watch the program and you start taking notes about what you're watching. That's one step. Maybe do this about 30 minutes a day right now for the next few weeks. That's number one. Number two, you can also start reading. You can read newspapers, magazines, and books. Again, as you're reading, I want you to take down some notes. I want you to get used to writing things down, writing main points, support points, and so on. And check your spelling. Make sure your spelling's good. Right, so if you can do this for the next few weeks, I'm asking you to do some reading practice plus note-taking, and then do some listening practice plus note-taking. And then what you can do is you can practice speaking and writing about the information. Right? So if you write about it, you can maybe write a 250-word summary that explains the most important and the main idea and the most important supported points of the reading and the listening passages. And you can also speak about it, and that's going to help you think a little bit faster. That's what you want to do. I've discovered a weakness: your inability to think under pressure, to write down information under pressure. So what you're doing is you're practicing note-taking over the next few weeks with reading and listening passages to help improve this ability. All right, so again, thank you for completing this writing project. Thank you for being a student in my writing class, and all the best to your academic success.